Hi, this is Cassie Hack with the town of Holly Springs, and I am here at the beautiful Bass Lake, joined by Daniel Colavito, who is the environmental specialist for the town of Holly Springs. And he is the guy who knows everything about stormwater. A lot of folks don't know what stormwater is. They glaze over when they hear about the topic, but this guy gets excited when he hears about stormwater. And Daniel, what is stormwater and why is it important to Holly Springs?
Stormwater is water that falls from the sky in the form of rain that does not get to infiltrate or return to the environment in a natural fashion. The neighborhood that you live in probably used to be a forest or a farm field. Now it's homes, roads, sidewalks, all sorts of things that don't let the water infiltrate that we refer to as impervious surface. When water runs off of these impervious surface, it picks up pollutants that may be present, and it also has to be conveyed in such a manner that doesn't cause damage to public or private property, your roads, your homes, or the town's infrastructure.
Well, Daniel, I know that the town is considering increasing fees for the stormwater management program. Why is that necessary?
Our current funding model does not provide for the full need of our program on whole. So our population is growing, as everyone is aware, and we also have some aging infrastructure. A lot of our storm drainage here in town is actually 25 to 30 years old, and we actually have some that's older than that. Storm drainage in general has not been treated as an asset or an infrastructure to be managed on the same scale as water or sewer. So the funding reserves and the other things that exist for those programs do not currently exist for stormwater. We have a healthy backlog of identified needs and repairs that we do not currently have the funding to undertake.
Also, I know there has been a lot of discussion about equity and making it equitable for residents and businesses with the new fee structure that's proposed. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
So our current funding model is heavily subsidized by our residential users, meaning that of the funding that we currently receive, the residents pay a disproportionate share based upon their impervious surface footprints compared to our commercial and industrial enterprises. With a more equitable funding model, we'd start to see that percentage match what we actually have on the ground regarding impervious surface, meaning that everyone will be paying their fair share, so to speak.
Okay, and if this proposed increase in fees is approved, how does the town benefit overall?
Well, I did mention some of those backlogs of projects that we have identified. Those projects very directly relate to our residents. We have several areas in town with more being identified on a weekly basis where storm drainage failures are a threat to potentially roads, water or sewer lines, our stream and aquatic and lake health, as well as private residences and structures. So without the proper funding to repair those, then all of those things could be in jeopardy. We would like to move to a model where we have adequate funding so we can properly prioritize and address those repairs in a manner that makes sense in line with our other infrastructure.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I feel like I know a lot more about stormwater, and if you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to Daniel. His information will be listed below. Thank you.